How would you describe yourself in a few words?
Few words. It all goes under the word gorgeous. When I tell people I'm 80, I just tell them that so that they're, going to hear that this is what 80 looks like. I was very sexual ever since I was a preschooler, because I remember having the pillow between my legs and doing like this. But I never knew things were sexual. I was a kid. I used to climb up poles and grab the pole, and my father used to say, keep climbing, because I would stay there like having a very nice time. I did have a mini affair with a lesbian. She was a genuine lesbian, and I was just a very attractive senior in college. She courted me. And so we played around a bit, but nothing very deeply sexual. But of course I would have orgasms, it was nice, but I never was in love with her, though the activity was a fine way to spend a Sunday afternoon. As soon as I met a man who was to be my future husband, I realized that I'm really into Dick. And Dick is really into me, but that's another whole story. Well, anyway, I went to study dance, and I fell in love with this dancer, the one I ultimately married. But at that time, I was still afraid of sex, and I was 22. So when he would touch me or something, I would have that reaction like, this is not supposed to happen. It was too overly stimulating for me to deal with it, and I had no practice. So he went off to Detroit, and I came to New York, where I lived, and I knew that I better stop being a virgin, because it wasn't going to work for my future with anybody that I might love. So I asked my friend, Ralph, who was in the actor's studio and very attractive, and I was clearly not in love with him, but I was attracted to him, an attractive guy. So I said, hey, Ralph, I'm a virgin. Would you come over one evening and take care of that for me? And he said, well, of course. Like, well, no, that's out of the question. Sex with you, like, oh, no. But anyway, and he came over, and we did have sex, and he went down on me, which at that time I felt was really boring. Like, I'm lying there, he's supposedly doing something that he might please him, and I was hoping there was something on the ceiling I could read. I was like really bored. That absolutely has changed, but that's how sex started out for me. A guy I met who went off to Detroit came to New York, and I met him, and he could clearly see that I wasn't a virgin anymore. I kind of, was known. And then we started having sex, making love, frequently. It didn't occur to either of us that everybody in the world wasn't fucking and kissing and licking all the time. Just like Mommy, pose for the camera, darling. Believe it or not, through 25 years of marriage, we had sex twice a day, but never would a day go by without sex. It was like, please, I'd rather not eat than give up sex. So until his love of sex expressed itself as a social worker to other women that he helped to feel as good as he made me feel. But the sexuality was very, very alive. And after 25 years, we did get divorced, and then I knew, and the thing that I was missing was sex. And in those days, AIDS was not a big issue. So I put an ad in the paper, and I write, older sexual beauty seeks lover, younger lover, under 35. I was 55. So that's 20 years there. And I was deluged with offers, and I had a lot of sex. The person had to have energy and creativity, and my sexuality was so alive. I mean this. If I were in a cab and took a short stop so that my legs felt orgasm. If a breeze touched my nipples, orgasm. So I really was multi-orgasmic, and I thought everybody else was. I never slept with anyone who was in a relationship with anybody else. So that's how I feel. I can talk really dirty because I know who I am and I know how I function. I never used my sexuality to hurt anybody. I guess I helped a lot of people, including myself. So I've been able to keep that balance of dignity, spirituality, self-respect, and slutitude. That's it, folks.